What it do, folks? Some more posts that I'm going to be answering for NoFap. All right. This one right here. So I'm actually going to do a couple of posts that I've already done, but silly me, it's amateur mistake. I didn't plug in my mic, so you just see me mouth off, but you can't see what I actually say. So do this one again. So my mom caught me not safe for work. I'm embarrassed and pretty awkward. I'm gonna censor some of this stuff, and it's pretty awkward between the two of us. 22 years old, living at home. Mom caught him thrusting Fleshlight while laying on the bed in the morning, and he really wished that he could lock the door, but the parents see it as a hazard. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm already getting those just bad vibes. It's no good. So none of the bedrooms have locks except theirs, and he did not hear his mom walking in because he has earbuds, of course, for the amazing effects, so it sounds as realistic as possible. Maybe he's watching VR porn too. His bed against the wall, and so when someone opens it, the first thing they see is the right side of the bed. She brings in the laundry because he forgot to put it in the dryer last night. 4 hours has passed, and it's really embarrassing for him to make eye contact with her, and he's been avoiding his mom because he's embarrassed that she caught him banging a fleshlight, even though, a flashlight, even though it looks like a flashlight. And he's like, what's wrong with me? I'm perverted, man. I tried NoFap, but I failed. I used to be an everyday nut guy, but now it's only Saturday morning. Oh, okay, so it's only Saturday mornings. I always relapse Saturday mornings. I want to throw away my flashlight out of anger for getting caught, but it was 80 bucks. It was 80 bucks, but I know I would just get another one. But I am pissed off. All right. Okay, there's many things that I just feel triggered about there for sure. But look, I get you, man. Like, I as a psychological consultant, and someone who's worked as a former clinical therapist, of course, not in this context, which is why I react freely. But look, I get it. Like, that's an embarrassing situation for sure. But what triggers me more is that I really definitely get the sense there's so many family dynamics. So, in your age 22, you're coming of age, but it's also the age that it is happening where we are being delayed more than ever because we're becoming snowflakes and so extremely soft and sensitive, and we need to saran wrap the whole world so that our feelings don't get hurt. So we're staying home later and later, not just the millennials, but even the younger generations. And so at this age, especially as a male, you really got to start getting serious and committed to figure out your life. And there's so many things that you say that gives me an idea of your mental age and immaturity, because you talk about how you're at home, which is fine, but you're concerned about throwing away your fleshlight for 80 bucks. Like, if this is really a major problem for you, you would get a lot more serious about it. And granted, it's 80 bucks, but this is an issue for you. Like, throw it away, man. And if you buy another one, throw that one away. And just keep doing that until eventually you create a negative anchor and negative association with, I got to stop doing this. Like, something's got to really change. But you're somewhere, like, people typically change because of inspiration or desperation. You seem to be somewhere around here where you're safe because you're in the middle, because you're at home. Mommy, Poppy is taking care of you and wiping your butt and bringing you food and your laundry. So you're okay. And they keep you in this shape, and you kind of accept that. They enable that, and you say, yes, please. You've got to move in a part where it's more over here, which is actually less likely because more people move more towards over here. This situation kind of moved you over here, but you're probably going to go play games or, watch porn or eat junk food and then kind of feel like, okay, again, back in the middle. No, you've got to move more towards here so that you have desperation and finally decide, this is not going to stand. I'm not going to have this anymore. This is not the person that I want to be. I don't want my life to continue to pass like this. And I really empathize with you because I definitely went through this experience myself and I didn't have the right guidance. So that's why I'm creating some of these videos to help some of you guys out. Another thing in terms of immaturity that I see is like the laundry thing. Like, that's not acceptable, man. You gotta, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I see a lot of negligence and irresponsibility here. Like, you forgot your laundry from last night. I used to be the same way, but you can't let these things slide, man. It starts to spill out to other aspects of your lives in terms of dating, in terms of work, in terms of being a man and forging your own path. So you really got to get your stuff together. And But the great thing that I do see in this post is that he put it out here so he can get feedback. He's got 244 comments, so I hope that he's able to get something valuable out of this. But also, he used to be a every single day type of guy for fapping, but now he's done it once a week, which is actually huge progress. So that's something I really want to emphasize in this. I don't want to be such a negative Ned, even though I do see a really difficult and challenging situation. The really big celebration, the big win I see here is he went from 1 day to once a week. You guys, do not find all the reasons about your fault and of yourself to beat yourself up even more. There's definitely this tendency, but if you keep doing that to yourself, like you're not going to develop enough momentum to do something. You're not going to be able to feel good about yourself and have start developing that confidence and self-belief in yourself to change your life. Again, inspiration or desperation. But to this person, I would recommend do what you can to get out of this situation. If that means getting a job and moving out, then do it. And if you find yourself, oh, but Jeff, this, and oh, but Jeff, school, and then I don't have a job, and if there's a will, there's a way. If you are focusing and emphasizing your excuses, the reasons that you should stay in this situation, then you've chosen the type of life that you want to stay in right now. But where there's a will, there's a way. If you get enough emotional leverage, either through inspiration or desperation, you will then become unreasonable, where the reasons that hold you in place will no longer be valid enough to keep you in the situation. So then out of no way will become a way, and you say, I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go on Indeed right now. I'm going to ask my friends if there's anyone hiring. I'm going to ask if I can work at their place. I'm going to ask if my parents will help me out and have their friends that have any job openings or anything like that. Don't ask them for money so you can move out. Ask them if there are any type of work opportunities. Like, you got to start moving in the direction that allows you to be the man you want to become.